Hello everyone, this is your physics and mathematics mentor Anmol, and today in this video we will discuss some important topics which will come as a 5 marks question in your board exams. So let's start. Sir.
Hello, Nanu Vallabh. I am your physics mentor, and today we will be discussing some important topics which will come for your board exams. First one is electric charge and field. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ electric field of an electric dipole. Electric dipole. What is electric dipole? It's a system which contains a positive and a negative charge particles which have same magnitude but different charges, that means opposite charges, so that they are at a distance 2a from each other. So what they will ask? Electric field of an electric dipole. That means they'll ask you to find electric field at this point P. So this is a point on the axis of the dipole. So you have to find the electric field on this point, at this point. One more thing they will ask, or they may ask, electric field at this point. What is this point? Equator. At a point which is present on the equator. So these are the two conditions they may ask. Okay. And what is the next topic? That is Gauss law. What is Gauss law? Flux equal to Q by epsilon naught. Q is total charge enclosed in a surface. So they will ask questions or numericals based on this, or else they may ask based on the applications. What are the applications? Electric field due to an infinitely long charged wire, or electric field at a point away from, or at a distance from a thin infinitely long sheet, or else a spherical shell. They may ask questions based on these three. So that's why you have to remember these topics from electrical charges and fields chapter. So second one, sir.
Okay. So from second chapter, which is electrostatic potential and capacitance. So in this chapter they may ask questions based on potential, like if there is a charge Q, they will ask what is the potential at the distance R from this charge. So you are supposed to find the potential at this point, correct? Other kind of question they may ask, if there is a charge in a free space, there will be a electric field around this charge, correct? So they may ask questions like what will be the work done in bringing another point Q naught charge from infinity into this electric field at some point P, correct? So they may ask what will be the work done in bringing this charge from infinity to the point P in an electric field. Other kind of questions they may ask is based on combinations of capacitance. Combination means series combination or parallel combination, or series and parallel combination, like this is series combination, this is our parallel combination, or they may ask both combined, like series and parallel combination, correct? Sir, next chapter.
So the next chapter is current electricity. One of the nice chapter. See, in this they'll ask circuit numericals. What are circuit numericals? They'll give one circuit which contains resistors and cells, okay, resistors and cells, and they'll ask you to find current in any resistor or any wire. They may ask, okay. This question is important and they will ask this question. And next one is what? Effective EMF and resistance of cells. ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ cells ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, series ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬಹುದು ಇಲ್ಲ parallel ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಅದರದ್ದು effective EMF ಮತ್ತೆ effective resistance ಯಾವ್ದಿರದು? If you have cells, they will have their internal resistance, so you have to find their effective resistance and the combinations. They may ask you to derive effective, the same thing, and they will ask you to find some effective EMF by giving the values of some cells. They'll give around 2 volts, 3 volts like this, and they may give you their internal resistance is resistance as well, some resistance they will give, and they'll ask you to find their effective. Okay, sir, next one.
So next chapter we have is moving charge and magnetism. From this chapter they may ask questions based on moving coil galvanometer. So the concept, the working of moving coil galvanometer is so important, and try to remember the diagram as well. That will obviously help you. If you don't know anything, just make a diagram. The examiner will give you anyways 2 marks or 1 marks, correct? The next thing they may ask is a magnetic field on the axis of a loop, of a circular loop. So this is our circular loop and this is its axis. This is the center, okay? So they may ask the magnetic field on a point P on the axis due to this current carrying circular loop. So these are 2 important questions from this chapter. Sir, please take the next chapter.
So the next chapter is alternating current, AC. So they'll ask numericals. What are the numericals? Like they'll give an LCR circuit. What is LCR circuit? Remember, this is AC. So they'll give capacitor and resistor and inductor, and they'll ask you to find impedance, power factor, or else they will ask you whether the current is leading or lagging the voltage or vice versa. Okay, such questions they will ask, and this is important from this chapter. Next one is, sir,
Ray optics and optical instruments. Again, important chapter. So important things they can ask from this chapter is lens maker formula. So if you have any spherical surface like this and ray is coming, this is our normal, so ray will go under a refraction. So we know the formula for this as well. So they may ask to derive that formula. Second thing they can ask is they will give you a convex or concave lens, and they will give you object distance, object, and they will ask you the nature of the image or the distance of the image, correct, from the lens. So this kind of numerical questions can come. Other thing they can ask about the prism. So this is our ray. This will go through some refractions, multiple refractions, and after that they will ask the minimum angle of deviation. This kind of numerical questions may come, correct? So these are 3 important topics from this chapter. And also you can, if you have some time, you study about the microscopes and telescopes. That those are also very important topics. So if you have time, just go through it once, okay? Sir, next chapter.
so, yeah, semiconductors. This is our favorite chapter because we are electrical engineers. So these are the 3 main topics they'll ask. One is N and P type semiconductors, difference between, and intrinsic and extrinsic semiconductors, and this is very important, half and full wave rectifiers. These are the main 3 topics you have to remember from this chapter. Okay, so next sir will tell about modern physics.
Okay. So in modern physics, some important topics are photoelectric effect and Bohr's postulate. In photoelectric effect, you know one formula, HV is equals to phi naught plus kinetic energy, correct? So they may ask kinetic energy of the photoelectron. They may ask about the stopping potential. Stopping potential is nothing but same kinetic energy. We are supposed to stop that electron. So the stopping potential value will be just the potential corresponding to this kinetic energy, correct? So they may ask question based on this. They will give you phi, they will give you work function, and they will ask the kinetic energy, or they may ask the stopping potential. Other important thing is Bohr's postulates. They may ask in 3 marks question, correct? And if you have more time, you just go through all the atomic model ones. And if you have time, you go from nuclei, you can go from fission, fusion, and energy mass equivalence. These are important topics. They may ask in MCQ from this chapters. Easy MCQs there will be. Direct formula based questions will come from modern physics. Modern physics is one of the easiest topic in our class 12 because just remember the formula, use the formula, and you'll get your answers. So these are some important topics. Sir, if you want to say anything.
Sir said you have, if you have time, but you have only 1 day time, no? So just try to cover all the topics, and we already told what are important.
This you should not miss.
So just try to remember these concepts and be perfect with this. And if you want more clarity on on the chapters which they will ask questions, so just refer one of our videos which I have already done in Kannada. So ನೀವು ನೋಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ. ಡೂ ವೆಲ್.
All the best, students, and ಪೋಡ್ಕೆ आओ.